Hello, George. Would you like to get your bogos binted? Of course. One bogos binted. Booga booga. Bega bega. Trying to do more goofy sketches. Don't feel like planning anything big yet. Oh my god, pain. Yeah, perspective is this way. Shit. $1 Google stock. Google. Have you bought stocks before? One Google stock is about like a couple $100. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you know what you're doing. Then, you don't need me to tell you. I always see a lot of people on the Wall Street bets. They're like, "Oh shit, why is the market red today?" And then like you look at the chart, it's like literally this bit. They have a meme for it. I fell by a little bit, and then everybody's like, panic, panic, panic. It's always great. I'm sure Google is like always good, I feel like. And then the question is always this, you know, what is the point? What is the point of going for shit like that unless you're actually trading, you know, like, if not just buy like one of the ETFs and just sit on it forever. Because if you buy one stock, you're just like you're exposed to it a lot. So either you're saying it's gonna go up a lot in the short term, or you think long term it goes up more than the other guys. That's why it's worth holding it directly instead of holding the entire industry as a whole. I suppose. You know. Google's not bad for that, I think. Google's pretty good for that. I don't know what the definition of it is, but I like to look at the numbers and then I'm like, yeah, it's gonna go up or it's gonna go down. Then I will sit on it. And then I just forget about it. I end up forgetting about shit. Hello? What's my... No. I asked ChatGPT to do some numbers for me. Wait, hang on, I forgot to look at it, but it's pretty much like, hey, you're not gonna make it. Yeah, you're gonna have to make like a lot of returns. I'm looking at the numbers now. It doesn't look very good. You need like at least $500,000 to make 2 million in like what 20 years or some shit. Yeah, 400. Yeah, you need like big ass giant numbers, man. You need another run up, or you need to do some kind of gambling. That is good. That is great. Lord, also hello, Lord. Oh, it doesn't have a capital gains tax. That's kind of poggers. Look at that. Gambling all day, dude. Let's go. What's a little gambling amongst friends? I think YouTube's gonna ban me for saying gambling. YouTube's gonna be like, wow, this guy is not advertiser friend. Well, advertisers are gamblers, like the gambling companies. So, maybe I'll get sponsored. Yeah, it's okay. I don't think they care about what I'm doing. I have 0 reach. I'm not relevant. I'm a washed up streamer. They have better people to worry about. That's my favorite mob in Maple Story. I kind of forgot. Alright, I'm gonna browse this for a bit. 100% loss on GameStop? Oh, I have losses on Beyond Meat. Fucking Beyond Meat. What is Beyond Meat right now? Dog shit, dude. Fucking dog shit. What was that one meme? This one. Have you guys seen this? Look at the losses. Apparently they did a lot of reverse stock splits or something. So they diluted the numbers so much that when Google does the number backwards, it just becomes like a $1 trillion, $2 trillion loss. It's a trillion, right? Like, yeah, $2.2 trillion loss or something. This one is super funny. Like this story here is very... I don't know what the full story is. I just know Reddit people. They started buying shit here. And then they started controlling... They think that they control like a majority amount of stocks. And then they tried to call for a CEO meeting. They tried to change people. They tried to hold like an online meeting as a shareholder meeting to elect a new CEO or something. Yeah, it's just memes like on Reddit. Like, you know, that's where I get my news from, so it's great. You guys just know that it's amazing. None of these stupid mobs look comfortable to... Oh, Pink Bean, of course. Pink Bean is like one of the faces of Maple Story. And then the other guys like these guys, but... Let's try to remember if I had like a favorite mob or not. Oh, the virus. My screen is constantly going black and every 5 seconds or something. Come on, stupid ass. Dog Street. Oh my god, washed up. Let me get Pink Bean. Today might just be all doodles. That's why I call it doodles minted. But oh, I don't have my reference. It's whatever. I'm just gonna move this over. But yeah, the numbers don't look good, man. If you want to retire, you gotta gamble. Gamble. Not financial advice. The fastest way to make money, sell drugs. I don't know, man. Like, is it the fastest way to make money? I think the fastest way to buy 0 days to expire options on S&P that is severely out of the money and capitalize on gamma bursts. You see. Now I sound like a Wall Street bad person. Holy shit. Fuck, dude. A man can dream. Okay, Ria's dreaming about Maple Story. I'm dreaming about the making it big. Just one time, man. Just one time. Think about it. You just need one time, dude. Yeah, Lucky. What the hell is this? Why does it look so ugly when I draw this? What the hell is this? Why is this so ugly? The fuck? Why is this so bad, dude? Alright, good night, George. Yo, the number of times I see people on Reddit make 100 times on their $85 because they gambled makes you think. Taps for a hit. I mean, if the alternative is selling drugs, I mean, I think at least it's illegal. Oh my god, dude. So funny. My coworker and I like to talk about Wall Street bets because it's really funny looking in. And we all know it's very bad financial decisions, but it's always fun to see other people do it. It's great. Gives you hope. There is hope yet. There is hope in life. How is this so difficult to draw, dude? Am I drunk? What's wrong with this face, dude? Why is it so hard? I'm just gonna use what I have. Is it weird for a plushie to be hugging a plushie? Doesn't that make it kind of weird, you know, like a human hugging a human, which is not weird, but I mean, like I said, like the implications are rather different, I imagine. I think it's this part being too round or something. Oh my god, the wrong layer. Womp 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 womp. But yeah, we are just doodling because I don't feel like undertaking something new. I think whatever like complex stuff that we're gonna do next, it should either incorporate Blender or it should be a little bit more in line with what I would like to do. So I need to get super inspired by music, and then in that instant, I need to capture that whatchamacallit, inspiration, and then try to execute on that, which is quite dependent on mood and this and that, so it's a little bit hard to necessarily get going. Blender is the more easier one to set up just because it's more technical rather than anything else. I don't know about perspective too. I don't know how high I'm supposed to go. Maybe I'll make this a little bit lower. So I was gonna make this like dark, like that. There's still a few more things that I have to test. Oh, it's over here. The style that we did yesterday. I mean, looking at it now, honestly, it's fine. I am going to maybe make the lines a little bit less solid looking somehow. Maybe it needs to be more noisy just for the lines. Actually, let me try that right now. That's you, right? Let me see. Is it possible to add more noise to this? It's already pretty dark, so I don't know if the noise is going to show up. Oh yeah, it does. Just make the lines. Just make just the lines. Make just the lines. Holy shit. Maybe the border is too clean, but I don't know how to make it noisy without ruining it. I think maybe another way could possibly be Oh shit, don't do that. Let's see. Maybe with this brush. Oh no, not this one. What was it? The rock texture or something? What's it called? This one? If it were like the same color, you know, like then maybe a it is an interesting texture. It has direction to this brush though, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to use sometimes. You have to lock it down and then I don't know. That's kind of pain to work with. Maybe I could have just used this as line art lines. I think it'll be a little bit too much. I think we need to maybe like just swap the brushes on the way. Anyways, need to find a way to rough it up. Noise is the lazy way. It's also kind of ugly. Can I do some... Wait, hang on. I want to shrink 2 pixels. And then I'm going to invert. So I'm just trying to make the noise only be on the outer edge, but it's kind of ugly. Okay. Anyways, my screen, oh my god. Holy shit. I'm trying to come up with ideas. Interesting ideas for this version of her. It'd be interesting to have her sit and watch like Maple Story videos at night. And I thought it'd be kind of interesting to have her play it, and I realized her hands won't be able to press the buttons. So the other thing is to have like big giant ass keys, so she'll be like here. And then she can hit the buttons. But I don't know how to frame this. This is a really odd angle to draw. And it only has like limited number of keys. I need a mouse, right? How do you draw a mouse? As long as the idea is alive, that's fine. And then this guy... Looks like a black eye if this is not even. Okay, what else? What other ideas do I have? Oh. Or it goes this way. Okay, no. But alright, yeah, I need something. This Bogos is not getting pinted. Unpinted Bogos. Okay, very cool. I need something else. My God. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I don't really need this. I'll be right back. Womp. I see it, yes. I'm gonna bring my third character in. I'm gonna rope her into this nonsense. And then I can change the story. So there's a big problem with Ria's design is that there is no scar representation on this body, which I think is fine, because it's not easy to do it well with like a lot of details and a lot of lines and a lot of stuff already. Primarily because of the representation for fur over here. I think the one we tested yesterday, there was another one which is a lot worse. But like if you have all the scars in here, it gets too messy. So I think it's fine to not have it. And as long as they're in this sort of form factor, if you will, then they could just swap body parts without like too much grief, right? They could just swap a new body. But then if that's the case, I can bring in the third character. The third character was always meant to be more of like a fashion side kind of thing. So she can be the one that uses the sewing machine and something that makes Ria a new body or something. That can be like a separate set of lore for this goofier side. But then the face scars would be kept just because maybe, I don't know, changing the head is not a good idea or something, I don't know. It'd be interesting that way. Some random ideas for now. And also there will be a lot more practice if I bring in another character. Now you have interaction in this goofy state. And also another thing that I have... Oh yeah, and then continuing the sort of comparison is that between the two of them, the styles can be a little bit different. So Ria can have more of these sort of nonsense, make her a little bit more messy, even though she is in this form factor where there isn't really like the long fur or the long hair that we typically have. Hers can be a lot more tidy. The line art as well, we can go between like very rough line arts, maybe like a lot of noise and a lot of junk. Maybe the edges are not very clean, and then we have one that's very clean. Could be an interesting comparison that way. But then finally, I think there's one more thing is that if I can bring this third character in, because I couldn't figure out if in the main universe, is she supposed to be like a furry or not? If I can get the energy out right now through all these, then I can do a better re-evaluation, because now there's an outlet for it. I'm gonna keep the head size about the same thing. Let me see. That helps with everything else, I think. Regardless, again, I think as long as we're drawing a bunch. Now I have to deal with proportions and stuff well. So everything has its own set of challenges. Right, I never quite settled on her hair, but it just needs to have round stuff. Well, she is just Fubuki. I'm gonna set up the main segments. Hello, the Vey. Oh yeah, one more thing would be I can set up a difference in proportion, I think, on the face. Ria is always... Okay, I do not need to draw the line there, but Ria needs to have some more space here between the two, the nose and the mouth. Whereas hers might be a little bit more of the typical sort of cuter sense. But I'm not sure yet. What? But yes, thank you, Dubé. I'll be there in a sec. It looks like a familiar ID. This looks familiar. I do not know who this is. Do I? I don't think so. Very Chinese artist coded for some reason. Let me see. A lot of fundamentals in the anatomy. Oh yeah, Duvet Daily, indeed. Look at this. Certified Duvet Daily. Certified indeed. It is a very long body. Holy shit. It's like the opposite. I think it's missing some pixels. It's kind of hard to see textures. But yeah, this is like just paint, I guess. It's kind of interesting, like everything is kind of messy. But I'm not getting thrown off like the usual way, like usually. But I guess maybe because there isn't necessarily as many like overlapping shapes. It is noisy, but every shape is kind of very, very bold. There is no uncertainty to the chaos. Like these kind of overlapping edges are very rare. Use of textures. I'm definitely more embracing the more painterly styles more, just because of like you don't have to be as tight, right, with all these edges and that specific shape. You just imply it, and that's nice. Very nice indeed. It's always the empty areas that are interesting. What are they doing with it? Something, that's what. But I guess like this part is like quite detailed. Very detailed. I am curious how far away from the canvas they paint. I get that you probably have to zoom in for some of the smaller brushstrokes to go in, but like I wonder if like just like looking at the navigator instead of the actual screen. Because when it's like this, you kind of need to have a bigger idea, I think, of everything, right? If not, it's easy to get lost and not know what to do in specific areas. You gotta make sure the vibe is right. Lines are, yeah, lines are not quite a thing. Here has a lot of these. Oh yeah, okay, interesting. It does have that vibe I get where like edges are not very clear. But I guess there are like there's like a high enough contrast in some of these focal points that I don't really feel like it's a problem. Like these edges, like where one ends and where the other starts, you can kind of see it here. But if you just glance over it, it's like, hey, this looks like one big shape. Could even be the same object even. Some of the stuff here as well. I guess it's just this. Interesting. Now that makes sense, right? Because I did that in the past. My god, Duvet, this is very certified. Extremely certified Duvet daily. Hang on. I gotta leave a message. And in the Discord. Oh man, dude. Oh wow. Look at that. Have we not been here? I feel like we might have been here. Oh yes, thank you, Duvet. Yeah, I guess we can keep this in mind for all the muscles, because like, oh my god, there are dudes banging on my screen right now. Thank god it's just lines. It's so hard to see, even if I'm staring at it. Certified Duvet daily. Dang, dude. Let me look at the wall. Yeah, no problem, Duvet. No problem, of course. I'm curious, like, not curious, but I'm thinking like these empty areas of like walls and shit. It's like, just do whatever, right? Just make it more visually interesting, but not enough to actually take away from the focal point. So it's kind of like an interesting spot. You can kind of take all the brushes you've used in the entire canvas and just dump it in the back. That's like a documentation kind of thing. That could be that could be like a section of a painting every time where it's just like spammed like all the brushstrokes in just one stroke each. And then you get an idea of what you used when you come back in the future or something. Hello, Kirio. I'm gonna grab this for the walls. They don't have any scars. I would like to see how they would have drawn scars. What in the world is this? Oh. Bats. Hello, Kirio. I'm just doodling today, so we are not doing any, we're not pushing any limits today. Just venting some doodles. Yeah, it's even bigger proportions. It's kind of insane, dude. I think the eye spacing is a bit the problem. I sent a message for like asking for a commission. I only sent one of these so far, but I don't think the dude is gonna ever reply because they uploaded a new image, sorry, a new time lapse. Maybe they're going through it, but I get the vibe that probably not. So mentally, I'm just checking it out already. And I haven't undertaken any sort of additional efforts of finding new people to commission just yet. This weekend, I'm going to clean up some. I'm gonna sort through some folders and update the sites a little bit because we have painted a lot of things on stream the past almost 400 streams, and I've uploaded none of the stuff. At least like the ones that are a little bit more complete, I would like to send up online. But I'm still trying to sort through like exactly what I want to put up there, because like that page, that website, I don't know what the point of it is. It's not like I'm trying to get commission, so I don't have to put my best foot forward. Best feet forward. Yeah, best foot forward. But if I put in like all the junk that we did, including studies and stuff, it would be too cluttered as well. So I don't know what where the line is. So I'm still kind of waiting on that. Jury is still out on that one. And then meanwhile, I'm also sorting through. I'm collecting all the Ria sketches that I've done, all the face sketches that I've done, and I want to put everything in my new website, which is just the same website but a different subdomain. But anyway, it is hosted differently, so the services will go down separately. If one thing crashes, it doesn't affect the other one. That wasn't why I separated it though. But anyways, regardless, it's kind of the plan for me at this point. And then I want to just figure out the style for this, something acceptable, and then I want to just start finishing out some of these sketches a little bit. I think, okay, we need to start here. And then I might make a new Twitter just to post these ones. That is kind of the plan. And I will undertake new challenges as I feel like it. It is July already though. You know, kind of have to get a move on at some point. Pointer. That's so annoying, this space. Holy shit. Alright, I need to pen. Or just pull off on this first. Via's face, I've kind of like not cared too much anymore, because like I can kind of get a feel for it. Like even if there's variations, they all kind of tend and trend towards like some direction. But because this character is still relatively much newer, I haven't really established where that sort of boundary, where that solution space is yet. So we do have to spend a little bit more effort and be more careful with some of the portrayals. Try to push for like something that's a little bit more accurate. It feels more of the right vibe, rather than just anything goes. That's the only reason why. Otherwise, like this whole exercise is also partly meant to sort of practice letting loose and just not caring about necessarily getting the rightest proportions or anatomy and like perspective in this and that. On my end, it feels the same, right? It's just getting the vibes right. But because hers isn't established, it's a problem. But anyways, Something is weird with the eyes. I think it's a little bit. Anyways, let's wait for the distillation, the automatic version of it. I also made Ria's ears bigger in this form, but like this fox has even crazier proportions supposedly, so kind of batshit insane. Like I don't know whether it's even gonna fit. This other one's not gonna fit for sure. Body pose is kind of stiff right now. Yeah, this is too stiff. Now Ria's kind of too small, I think. But I do like the proportion right now. I think it fits the ones that I've done before. Yeah, I don't know where to go. Huh. I need to be even closer, I think, the two of them. In that case, there's probably a need to separate the layers for now. Oh, I didn't grab her bangs. Whoops. Go to edit back. How long is it? Might be exactly the same. Why is this? Or what? Why do you put the line there? What? Oh. Oh, right. I guess together. All right. No, it's too loud for her, isn't it? Wait, if she's bending forward, then it should be same height, so shit. Hang on. Oh, that's a big one, right? Yes, have a good night, Devirus. Have a good night. Right, but they're kind of floating in space. I don't know how much I care about actually lining them up necessarily. But why are they floating in space? I'm not supposed to ask questions. Kind of the point is to not ask questions, but it's kind of hard to not ask questions though. Someone has to be the anchor. Someone has to be the main anchor. curious. Yeah, this would be pretty close. Right? The chest would be pretty close here. Way 20 lines here. So the chest is at like what, face level, and then the crotch is like somewhere in the middle. Target is here. I guess it's a slight mismatch. I think this one, these guys are kind of sized the same. So if I extend it like that, it's a bit... Shoulder width changes. How do I do this? I think I would like to... No, I don't want them to separate out. How does this work then? It doesn't. Someone has to be sitting. If they're same height. So the Rhea that I've been drawing so far has been the same height-ish. Same proportion-ish. And because this one is slightly taller now, trying to maintain the original one, then it looks a little bit off. But if I make them the same height, then this would not work with the faces. Someone would have to be standing, someone would have to be sitting. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this on hold. I'm gonna try and render one more. One of these is easier, I think. Where is it? As a secondary test to this, I think it wouldn't necessarily change too much, but just this time around, I think the execution would be, let me see, Most things are tied down already by this. Nothing is too out of place, and then everything else I'm just gonna wait till we have more iterations in to see how things feel. The only thing, yeah, maybe add more colors to like the lines or something. Yeah, resize this, more color to the lines. Let's just save that, that's fine. Would that not be the same idea? Where's my noise again? You? And if I RGB noise this? That'd be too much. But it's 100%. I don't know. This one is way stronger. Everything else is way cleaner. Yeah, more jitter on the lines. Texture, right? Interesting. No texture pressure. Oh, what if I do this instead? I can give this a try. I don't think it would change too much. What if it's just like a little bit wider? Maybe viable. Give this a try. I don't think so. If the brush gets too big, it's gonna look very ugly because this shape that is being like pushed out is kind of not very nice looking. I think like maybe something else like this would be nicer. Not sure why, but I don't think we'll ever get to the size that will cause this to be a problem because what size is this? This is already what, B5? I don't know why all my windows are on another screen, but this is all B5 here. It's decently big already for what we're doing. And at this size, I think, let me check. What is my thickest lines here? Where's the one with like, yeah, this one, right? What size is this? 20? Yeah, 2025 is about it, that size, if you want to replicate this. It would be kind of noisy, but we're viewing it at this scale. I think it's fine. And this will be a little bit better than before, because before it was a little bit too clean. I think it was too clean for what I wanted. At this distance, it's too clean. We can use this idea for like the other character, but for her, I need this to be a bit rougher. And I actually removed the texture that used to be on this brush. And the reason is because the texture was making it somewhat semi-transparent. That you can see the overlap on there. Oh my god, it's kind of hard to see. But this versus that, you can see that. Whereas the other brush doesn't do this. It's like solid. I wanted it to be fully opaque, so I took out the texture, which apparently was causing problems. This should be kept at 25, and it would be fine. I'm going to... Where is it? Where'd it go? This guy, right? This one here. Maybe I'll do this instead. Because it's got the thick lines set up already. This one is not very good because it's actually kind of not done yet. Because this is... The legs are not meant to be this thick. It's meant to be the perspective, but it's a little bit confusing. Oh, I should probably use back this. Angle is not right. Or something, but okay, never mind then. I'm gonna... Why does this have so many layers? What? The color is one thing, right? What's this? Normal sketch. Oh, it's just one line. Oh, I see, it's together. Where is this then? What? Where'd it go? It's in here. Oh, it's this guy. Right. It's a weird triangle, like inverted triangle comp. Like, sure, I guess. I'm going to... This is isolated, right? Wait, what? What did it go? What? Oh, these are together. What is this? It's just a copy. Okay. Oh, it's a photo. Shit. Oh yeah, and then this doesn't work anymore, right? Yeah. Hello, show. Welcome. Would you like to get your Bogos vinted? Oh my god. Messed it up. Bogos vinted. Perspective piece? Yes, kind of. Where'd it go? I added a bunch of stupid effects and then I called it a day. It's kind of interesting because the effects I figured out that you can just generate in Clip Studio. I was thinking you might need Blender or something. But you could just wave distort it a bunch and then you can even get circles from lines. It's a very cool, kind of. Do I have the examples left over? I think I destroyed. Yeah, I started off with like lines like these. Oh yes, thank you, show. I started off with lines like this if you want to do the effect. I think under distort here, there's wave. You do wave, and then make sure you do sine wave, so there's round, right? And then you'll play around with the numbers here and so on and so forth to make it like even more insane, like amplitude up. Right, you get like big curvy lines. Then make sure, like right now it's only doing it horizontally. If I okay this and then I do it again, but this time I do it vertically, now you get like the weird effect. You see how like it gets that weirdness in there? And this one's not very good. It seems to have all these cuts in here. Primarily, maybe because of these cuts. Anyways, you can play around with this. If you have Clip Studio, it's actually quite powerful. Like, this is actually quite decent, the effect. But yeah, anyways. That's how we got these guys here. Also, if you're doing it, like, just be aware. Like, okay, it's kind of hard to see, but you see how, like, it's very jittery? It's because I use a anti-alias turned off line. So if you look at the original lines, it's a very spiky. It's got all these pixel offsets because I didn't use a ruler, so it's not straight, but just know that if you have that, I guess. What is the intention? That is a great question. That is the most important question. I don't have an intention, which is why this piece, I cannot really classify as a success. It's a success only in the process, but in terms of the execution and what comes out at the end, it's really hard to judge, right? Because I don't know what the idea is, because there isn't one. So the one thing that I had in mind is like, if let's say like right now, just now you saw like with the wave thing a little bit more distorted. This one is just like a general application over everything. It feels like you're in an acid trip. If I turn this up, for example, it feels like you're just like doing drugs. So this could be like an interesting effect to use. I remember monitoring like the one with Miku. Kinda had something similar at some point, like, but I think that one was hand drawn or something. Can't remember. But yeah, I only did this like this because the reference on which is not here. The reference I was looking at had something similar. But yeah, no intentions, just cool effects. Other than that, I think I just added noise. I spent some time like trying to, you see like how this is like super glittery. I think it's like glow dodge and noise or something. Yeah, glow dodge and noise over here. What is this? What is this? Might be an empty layer. It is an empty layer. Okay. What about this? Yeah, just some more value grouping, like grouping stuff together. There was another adjustment that made this lady over here a little bit more green. It should be on somewhere. I don't know where it is. I think it's this. Because I want Rhea to stand out even more. So I just make sure that this part is more green. Otherwise, it looks a little bit too red over here. But yeah, other than that, like, I think nothing too much else. The lines was kind of okay, kind of not okay. I think if you're doing this, the thing that I've realized that maybe you just want to outline the entire shape, you know? Not just a little bit of it, because it feels kind of weird like this. If I outline the entire person or something, yes, it does sort of draw more attention to them, but if you have that across everybody, then maybe it becomes less apparent, and then Ria is the only one without. Could be interesting, I don't know. Just ideas. I think I tried to put in halftones. I put in halftones here. I do not know what to do with this. Honestly, the biggest problem is that without the intention, and without like a good reference or some studying that you've done before, I don't know what to do with the effects. It's cool, but is it focusing on the right stuff? I do not know. Just general noise, I think. Yeah, the intention was actually just to paint without thinking, which we already succeeded way, like in the first stream that I started this. It was already a success then. Beyond that, it was maybe like a bit more of a just flesh out the process, which I think we also managed to achieve because I am a little bit clearer on like layer ordering, right? I painted everything on the same layer. I think looking at it now, the ground should be one layer, the dudes should be one layer, and then Ria should be one layer. Right now, only Ria's on her own layer. But with those layers separated out the way I described before, then at least I can put in more texture on the ground easily. Right now, it's really hard to push it in. And then the paint over, it's not too bad, Partly because the reference is just a study, right? It's a one-for-one reference. If I have to worry about the shapes and forms and other stuff alongside with colors and lighting, I think it would have gone a lot worse. So we're definitely still like not confident. This is not a like, hey, you did it once, great, now you can do this forever kind of. Nah, it's we left out a lot of the difficulties. But yeah, it's interesting. I intend to upload this at some point. I mean, looking at it now, it's fine. I was thinking yesterday, like, I think there should be a rule that you don't upload anything immediately, just so that there's a bit more time, unless it's in a rush, right? Which we never are in a rush. So yeah, I'll probably just do it now, actually. I can even do it now, I think. But yeah, so this is pretty much it, I think. No one's gonna be able to find me because I write like shit, but that's fine. And then I'm gonna make this a little bit harder to read by just making it the same-ish colors. No, that's very ugly. Post your studies and practice, but a lot of others. Nah, that's fine. I have way too many accounts over the years. Things that I drew. I have like Nasifor accounts. I have like rough accounts. I have this and that. I think at the end of the day, I'm not posting enough for it to really matter. But thank you for the suggestion though. Actually, there is one thing that I would do. Is that I would make a new account for like all the furry stuff. Because I do want these things to be separated out. But as long as it's like just practicing studies and just getting better in general, I think it's fine. One day I can look back on that account and then we can see how far we've come. In the meantime, unfortunately, it is going to be a bit of a mess, but it's fine. We're not trying to build a presence on Twitter. I like that everything's in one spot. For once, I can not have to log into 10,000 different things. Very nice. Also, everybody draws like the number 8 differently. This way is easier to get the two loops a bit more even for me, but I like doing it. How the hell did I draw it usually? Like this, I think. But I always squish the bottom if I draw it quick. I should draw it like this, and then that's not even, that looks like a 3. Yeah. No way, dude. Anyways, sure, this is concluded. Is fine. What is the existing one? Oh, it's you. Unbelievable. Two separate circles. That's really cursed. 2 separate circles is pretty cursed. But yes, that's all I think. Really just learned more about the gain more confidence with the process. Learn something, yeah, sure, for sure. learn something that I probably forget before we do the next thing. But that's just how it goes, you know. At this point, I'm sure I've forgotten so many things by now. But it's okay. Oh shit. I almost sent my tablet flying there. Ooga. Ooga. This channel is a mess. Yeah, today I just wanted to do random sketches. I'm trying to make good use. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, right? I wanted a style that is quick and simple, then I can do sketches and get things out, you know, like when I want to chill, instead of having to deal with like crazy perspective and this and that all the time. So I am trying to push for a... Why is this? Oh. So I've been trying to do some... I don't know if I explained this yesterday to you. I was talking about this yesterday, but I'm not sure if you were here. But I'm just trying to figure out all these different things. So style development series, right? It's about developing a style. I think up to now, it's really just less of developing style, more of like learning technical skills. I mean, we did try to do some developments, but like a little bit out of control. Like you kind of need the experience to do some of that. Regardless, I wanted a simple style, so I broke it down, like what the style the different elements of the style that I want to control. So we have lines, we have colors. We have lines, we have colors, and then we have render. And I'm just going through and looking for different references and being like, oh, you know, line character. So it's about how messy the lines are. So if the lines are messy like these, more character, this and that. If it's clean, takes more time, cleaner, this and that. Yeah, and then this and that. Like all these things are here. And then I'm just trying to sort through this. I want to have this a bit more stabilized, and then we can use it to do just random stuff. Yeah, I mean, there is a style for, I think it's for sketching, just because we've done quite a bit of it by now. But the problem is that rendering and stuff, like it's... if you want, I can go through the entire research with you if you like to hear it, but otherwise... Yeah, I wanted to be a little bit more in control this time, because tendency is a couple things, right? First of all, if you don't list it out like this, it's easy to forget. It's easy to forget a lot of the thought process that went through and the reasons why you selected certain things for certain pieces that you've done before, right? It's not like I have a central repository and I reference my own drawing every time. So I always kind of like change a little bit, and that's fine. But I wanted something that I can turn my brain off doing. And in order for that to happen, it has to be, you have to put in the initial effort of creating that structure and that step-by-step process. Go through it a couple of times, and then it will be internalized, and then you can stop thinking. So it's kind of that thing. Yeah, and then I guess partly it's also because of my own personality. Like I feel like unless I talk and think about every single possible aspect within this thing, like this factor, I feel like I haven't done my best. I feel like I haven't seen everything. And if I haven't seen everything, my choice right now is inherently not optimal. Of course, that's not strictly true, right? There's one dimension that I didn't account for, which is time. You don't really want to spend too much time. So anyways. Yes, currently, so going back to your original question, right? Today was just sketching because I didn't want to think. I think I got a cute sketch of Ria just sitting in the bed, watching videos at night. I was gonna make this a night scene. And then, yeah, she's just chilling. And then I figured that another interesting thing is bringing my other characters in. And in that case, some of these elements, like for example, line character, I can use like a rough setup for Ria herself because she's meant to be rougher. Then I can use a clean setup for the new character because she's meant to be a little bit more refined, right? So from the line and the style, we can show character and personality. I've been talking about this for like a couple hundred streams around, but I've never really gotten a chance to do it because we don't really draw enough still. So yeah, anyways, now's a good chance because I'm kind of pulling the plug on the rendering side. I'm not gonna render anything crazy. Like the whole point is to actually not render as much as possible. So you see like the rendering quote unquote here is just one big shadow. And then just some of these details implying the furriness of the fabric and the character. And that's it. And you can also see it's very sloppy. So it's all meant to be quick. It needs to be efficient and quick and cute and clean and clear and warm and wholesome and this and that. But yeah, you can do it through lines. You can do it through render. Right? Like for example, I can make the shapes here even rougher, like these edges even rougher. Maybe she gets way more texture. Like for example, I have this stupid brush here. If I do something like this, right, it could be like very rough for her, especially if the requirements for the shape isn't necessarily that strong. We can even go over the lines and stuff. As my English teacher used to say, the world is your oyster. I do not know why this saying is even a thing. It sounds really stupid, but the world is your oyster. Wow, so cool. We can do shit like that. There is an argument to be made, I think, to be more painterly for Ria, just because painterly styles like tend to go over the lines and break the shapes and edges and this and that. It makes it a bit rougher and more fuzzier. But for now, let's not complicate things too much. This is the time component of it. We can keep iterating and designing and refining and experimenting, but at some point I do just kind of want to use it, you know. Anyways, a lot of nonsense. I start talking too fast sometimes. But yes, anyways, going back to your original question, I'm just trying to play around with the style idea. So we have some ideas for the styles and the different components of the style, like what is the line going to be like, what is the line width, what is the line color, the overall color and the comp and the render and the texture and this and that. And I'm just kind of going through and trying to execute it again. This is only the second time. We're going to execute it again. And then I want to see how it feels when compositions change. I want to see how it feels when different characters come in. And maybe potentially different color and lighting schemes and this and that. And then with all the knowledge in hand, I can refine the style. That's kind of the goal. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I want to have this thing. But yeah, that's why we that is the like general idea of what is happening. Not necessarily today, but just overall. Yeah, these are from my my own collection. If you remember, that's that stupid website that I made that maps all the stuff onto the same board. I just kind of sit around there for like a couple hours and then I collected everything manually. So I would just look at the map that I have. I will look at the art and I'm like, yeah, okay, it looks useful for what I want to do, right? Same general direction. I look at the artist's Twitter and I start taking some pictures from the Twitter. Screenshot of the artist's profile with the ID so I can find them again. And then I just listed them in here. This is the general master list. So it has it sorted by colors and hues. So these are the really colorful people. Right, you notice how everything is still pretty simple. Okay, let me take that back. Maybe these are not necessarily simple, but you don't see like crazy rendering too much. The render is always very big shapes, simple. And then I sorted them by colors, and then I'm like, you know what? I need some more than that. So I split them by the different factors here. And then for each one, I look for a good example that I wanted. Right, so I wanted rough lines with personality, rough lines with personality. And then I have blue white girl drawing. This one, right? Pocha 22. For sure, show. Yeah, this is very furry coded. This is my own original baseline. I wouldn't necessarily say I grew up looking at like those I don't know if you guys are familiar, but these blogs like on Tumblr, when Tumblr was a big thing, right? They would do something called Ask Me Tumblrs, where users would send in questions and then the artist would look at the question and they will answer the question with an art instead of with text, right? So they will kind of LARP as the character that they draw and answer through the character. So usually the questions are about the character, like in this case Ria is like a plushie, right? Like there might be questions like, oh, does she eat? And then like she would answer with like, oh, I actually eat, but I eat like stuffing or something like that, you know? And then they would draw a scene like that. I saw a lot of those in the past and I thought those were pretty cool, but I didn't have the skills. Because the interesting thing about that is that despite the art requirement being pretty low, you're doing like sketches and you're not rendering crazy textures and details and materials all the time, but you are doing a lot of like different types of drawing. You're drawing a lot of different themes and ideas and materials and items, and everything needs to kind of make sense in perspective. Well, you know, not always, but it is actually quite challenging in that way. It's very broad in terms of diversity of topic. Yeah, so this might be something similar. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I don't know what they're called actually. I never. Maybe it's definitely like a. Yeah, I don't know. Is Tumblr even alive nowadays? Maybe all those things got purged already. Oh, wait. You don't yeah, no, never mind Tumblr, right? Never mind Tumblr. There, you know, like marshmallows on like the Japanese Twitter, they like doing marshmallows and then they would do and then they will answer it's a very Japanese thing. Hang on. Shit. I might have to search in Japanese. I'm so lazy to type Japanese, bro. Give me this. Give me this. Like, so like this marshmallow website, this is not how it's supposed to work. So usually the artist would provide a link and yeah, like this. I hope it's not like lewd stuff, but like usually like VTubers, artists, they'll provide a link to like marshmallows and then you can go there and then you can send questions in anonymously like this. Hello, interesting question. Oh yeah, but it's currently locked. It looks like they're not accepting messages, but you can send it to the artist and then they would answer it anonymously. It's kind of the point. But an artist would take that as a prompt to draw something. Okay, yeah, it's kind of hard. It's always so hard to find when you need something. I also haven't seen any in recent history because my Twitter timeline got basically wiped into just like hardcore artists only, and they don't do marshmallows. They're too busy. So I haven't seen one in a while now, but anyways, yeah, I don't know, but anyways, I just want to make a slightly different account and then do some of the stuff that I wanted to do in the past, or with some amount of time that I have. Hopefully we have some time to spare for stuff like this. I suppose it is if you want to do it, you make time for it kind of thing, but just like everything else in life. But I digress. Are we talking about this again? I kind of forgot, but very cool. And then I can finally update my style alignment chart. Actually, where did I put that thing? I haven't looked at it in a long time. The stylization sequence. This is the first time I try to be more hands-on with style, but this one is also you know, it's never perfect, right? Like in order for a set of like a mental model to work, it has to be pretty comprehensive. It has to be pretty account for everything, right? As many things as possible, because anything that falls outside of that model means that the model is not able to account, like help you break it down. But in order to make something like that, you have to be pretty experienced yourself in all matters of styles. Because then otherwise, how else are you gonna know like what the difference is? So it's well, so if your X timeline is showing you a lot of junk, you need to select the tweet and then you like tell X that you don't want the tweet. It does work, but it would take you like an hour or two to actually make it, like keep doing it until it actually has an effect. Like for example, if this was my timeline, I'm not gonna scroll my timeline because there is like some explicit stuff probably that's gonna pop up. Although this is also pretty explicit. But let's say you scroll down, you see something. Maybe this is like a meme or something. Then you can't come in here. Actually, this doesn't work. I think it's because of repost. Hang on. You have to come in here and tell them that you don't want it. Wait, why doesn't it have it anymore? Is it because I'm in the page? Okay, maybe I do have to be on my timeline. Yeah, you need to do this. Not interested in this post on your own timeline for the memes and stuff. I keep doing it for like an hour or two when I'm on the toilet, and then which eventually it only shows me art. Like my stuff is pretty much all art. It's just whether if it's explicit or not. Once in a while it is explicit. I don't know what this is. What is this? So it's like a VTuber account, right? If they don't do art, if I come here and I see that hey, they don't really do art, but they do kind of do art maybe. But yeah, I would just like not interested in this post. And then you can show fewer posts from that one person, or you can say that the post isn't relevant. You will usually select this. Then all the memes will be like, they will figure out, hey, this guy hates memes. This boomer hates memes. You can even use it to tweak like style, right? If like the style is too simple. Yeah, pretty. What, you already follow? Really? I always see new stuff. I've never seen like stuff that I've seen before. Never. Like it's always new things. Like all these artists, even though I'm following them, it's all new things. How many people are you following? Maybe like a follower number or two as well. Oh, this is a very interesting style. The colors are pretty nice. It is slightly thus. Oh yeah, like this is what I was talking about. So this artist does explicit art, but it's like someone asks a question. In this case, it's not really, but they will use it as a prompt to do a piece of art, and then they will post it together. This was what I saw in the past on Tumblr a lot. 172, dude. I have 2.3k. You might need to up those numbers a bit if you want more stuff. I mean, maybe it's a good thing that you're not spending that much time on Twitter. But like, if you want more stuff, you probably need to follow more people, so that they will suggest. There's like two windows, right? There's the for you and the following. This one should always be giving you like new stuff, but like, oh, this is new. This is a new button. Can you not just do like art like this? Oh. Huh. This is new. Well then, I mean, you could try this too, I guess. Over here. So yeah, this style is also very deliberate. Like every single part's borders have like very concrete lines, but inside is very faded out. 3.5, 4.5. They all look the same amount. It's asking which one I like you will like more, which proportion. But they all look about the same to me in terms of vibes, I think. Style doesn't change much. I see. Maybe it's just because of like who you're following. Like there's something to the algorithm for sure. Maybe you just need to follow more people and more diversity. Because there's 2.3k number of people definitely is not like similar in style. But yeah, it's very cool. It's you, Mario. Oh my god, what is this? What is this line here? Yeah, for sure. So maybe that's why like you're kind of asking for like suggestions for artists, because I figured that like you can like, because that's what I would do. I would just go on Twitter and I would get like 10,000 suggestions. I see now. For sure, yeah. Gotta make the app work for you, you know, if possible. Spend some time setting it up so that Elon Musk is gonna suggest you anime girls. You know, it's right up his alley, I guess. I guess he is one of us, I suppose. I suppose. And yeah, he doesn't want to like sponsor any animes. Can you imagine this guy? He has like the money and influence to make like some crazy shit in the industry. But he's just gonna buy like a yacht like the rest of them. Oh my god, unbelievable. Colin? Wait, is that a translation? It is not. Wait, what happened? Something happened? I'm not following the Yeah, I'm aware of this individual just because they've been like on a lot of memes recently, but like I'm not aware of like the World Cup in general, because I frankly do not care what happens. Viking Man. That's the Viking Man. And the meme guy. I'm just trying to set up the so this style, for it to work, partly is the render at the end, but in order for the render at the end to work well, I do have to figure out what is necessary in terms of the setup. Like right now, I think there are things that I need to do so that it would actually help us succeed. Like for example, where the seams are. I would like to be aware of where the seams are. Kind of decide on that. These are also technically seams here. Yeah. Ah, okay, I see what's happening. Yeah. I'm mostly on YouTube for my brain rot and like shorts content. What do I get on YouTube? I get like movies, I get like podcasts, I get like stand-up comedy. What else do I get? I don't see a lot of those Harlem memes. How big is this? I'm going at 25. Huh? Final render should be at 20 first. I think we should cap at 20. But YouTube Shorts algo, I also feel like you could just like you can definitely manipulate it because I sometimes I see things I don't like. I would just scroll past it really fast. The moment it comes out, I scroll past it, and then I don't see it coming up ever again. But for ones that I watch like the whole thing of, I get more. Like it's very apparent. It updates really fast, actually. I'm quite impressed. It's working very like visibly. It's just nice, you know, like. Technology is great when it works. When it doesn't work, it's like a pile of shit because it's so hard to fix. Why are there two shapes here? Is this meant to be the other half of the? I think it is. Yeah. I need to clean this up enough so that I know what's happening in the lines, but also not too much so we don't spend too much time here. I think we can definitely move off already. IRL streamers? I see. I don't think I get those at all. IRL streamers. I don't like that format. It gives me social anxiety. I don't want to see it. Ooh. My coworker doesn't play Minecraft, dude. Can you imagine? Hasn't played Minecraft in his life. What? Unbelievable, dude. Ooh. Actually, where is the ending? What is this? Wait, what? This is the 1, 2, 3, right? Where's my thumb? Thumb is not visible, right? Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Come on. Another week is almost over. Have I done anything productive? I do not know. Sucks to suck. Edits with random aura funk or sure buddy is one of the Snoop Dogg rolling his beat like make an edit. Okay, dude, you need to stop giving it attention. Then he will start recommending it, I'm sure. Somewhere in the past, like somewhere in the past, your past self has decided to watch it and then GG. Oh no. GG. 9-0. Oh. I wonder what's on the tag. I need to find something to put on the tag. Her name might not be a bad idea, actually. Maybe 2 on the nose, but... interesting. It is unfortunate, Mr. Show. I gotta... Only one way to fix that, I suppose. I think the tag is one of those things that it's gonna just take a while to figure out, but we're not gonna spend too much time worrying what's on it. Yeah, if it looks odd, so be it. Okay, sequence 1. Let's cap it at 20 the width for now. I've also seen people draw outlines first, which is, I think it's kind of interesting, but I think it's a little bit awkward. Right, only, yeah, we could try that, I suppose. Oh wait, I do want the eyes first. What do you do for the eyes, actually? I think the eyes is like a different brush. Yeah. Are a different brush. Or drawn using it. What? Grammar? This is kind of a pain. Here, let's see. I wish I could go back to the past, but I would just have capacity to watch longer videos that are like science or like something about the world that you can learn. I feel like even watching videos is getting tiring. Very crispy, this brush. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Interesting, I think. Requirements will need to be updated. Eyes are interesting too. I remember a long time ago, I would think so hard about drawing eyes because I realized that all these artists have very distinct ways of drawing eyes, and I wanted my own distinct way of drawing eyes, but I never managed to have my own distinct way of drawing eyes. And at some point, I kind of stopped thinking about it. I forgot, like, I think in the streams, actually, there was a series, a couple of weeks where I was, like, doing a lot of eye studies and this and that. I forgot why I just kind of, like, stopped. I guess I just stopped feeling it, like, that it's important or something. Not interesting thing will work. Is there an option to select not interested? Twitter has that option, but, like, I don't know if YouTube has that option. I mean, if they have that option, then it will surely will work. Because like, why would they not? Like, why would they put it in if it doesn't work? You know. Okay, that's not necessarily true. Right? There have been plenty of cases where shit just doesn't work. But at least it's intended for it to work, I suppose. Do not recommend channel? Yeah, absolutely then. For sure. Surely it will work. I think it's worth a try, you know, it's great stuff. That there's even an option. YouTube has been doing like really good for me automatically. Actually, yeah, come to think of it. No, actually no, hang on, that's not true. I just don't care on YouTube because I go on to not care. So yeah, YouTube. Fuck you. And I get banned tomorrow. Oh my god. Is this fuzzy enough? I think like the edges are, yeah, at least it's a little bit more interesting than before. That is pretty good. Splendid. I am trying to get lines clean though, which is not good. There is always this problem where if you don't clean up the lines from your sketch first and before going to line art, it gets a little bit unsure of like what you intended, right? Like it's kind of hard to see. But if you clean it up, now there's this tendency to want to follow exactly what you had before because that is what looked good. And I end up taking a lot of time that I didn't want to spend. That the style is meant to just, you know, not have that time consumption in the first place. So, I don't know. Maybe that is just how it is. At the very least, this style has this thing where we are going to break up the lines at the end anyways, so it's fine if the lines are a little bit broken up. I just don't want to double up lines. You just have to get into the groove of it. Also, this could maybe use with a little bit more... Hang on, maybe not you, maybe this. Line weight variation, because like this is maybe not very stiff, but it is kind of stiff. Wait, this is countless insights or something, huh? Oh my god, very cool. Some say he's the coolest. Unbelievable. So nice. Wow. Very cool. Talking to myself again. Remove shorts from the homepage? Oh, you can customize your homepage? Is that what you're saying? You can maybe like remove certain section? Never tried it. I'm barely ever on my homepage, Lamau. I also don't use the subscribe feature anymore. Like, I don't ever subscribe to anyone. I have all the old subscriptions from like, I don't know, like 8 years ago or something. 8 to 15 years ago. Let me just do this. But I also don't watch those dudes anymore. They're just there forever. Which is kind of how I still retain the 20,000 here, I guess. Because like, I guess most people just subscribed and forgot about it. Because like the most views we ever get on these streams are like a couple hundred. A mere fraction of the people that have subscribed. So I can only imagine those people didn't, like, clearly they're not interested. If they're even aware of this. But if they're aware of it and not interested and still not unsubscribing, then I guess it's just because they're too lazy. Or the accounts, they don't really care. I don't know. That seems a little bit odd though, like, because we do stream every day, right? It's surely it gets annoying. At some point. I expected like a max like unsubscribe wave when I first started streaming, and I did get it, but it was only like maybe like 1,000 people tops, which is a lot less than I expected. I thought everyone's gonna leave. It would have made no difference to what we wanted to do, because I would have done it anyways. But I was very surprised that not as many people left, but yeah, like it's crazy, right? Every day we're just like spamming shit. And then my titles are stupid as well. Like it's not like it's interesting to see. My titles are so useless, by the way. Like you cannot use it to determine if this stream is going to be relevant to what you want to learn or not. Like what you want to watch or not. And I am aware of this. But I'm doing it anyways because I don't really care. Because I am trying to make the workload on my side lighter. So it is a known deficiency, but it is gonna be how it is. I don't think Doodles Binta is gonna help anyone figure out what the stream does. Maybe a little bit, at least it says Doodles. Dang it. Right, but that's for like variety streamers. That's why like what streamers in general, because like the subscribers for my channel, like specific for my case, the people that subscribe are people that want to learn, and they want to, you know, probably want to know like what I'm working on, so they can decide if it's worth joining or not. In that sense, like I mean, at least initially, anyways, the viewer base was slightly different, like the objective of what they are looking for. Nowadays, I mean, yeah, sure, like, you know, people just know what's up already, so it's fine. In the beginning, I figured that that would be like a turn-off for people. That's, ah, shit, this guy is doing shit. This guy sucks now, oh my god. Oh my god, this guy sucks. I mean, you do kind of suck, though. Holy shit. I wonder how many people are disappointed when I start a stream. It's like, what? This guy's way worse than I expected. Very interesting. my god. Oh. Lamau. Of all the things, yeah, that's probably... Oh, I know what this is, I know. Ah, okay. It's meant to be the fur on the face. Something that doesn't look right here. Proportions kind of changed a little bit because of the weights themselves being shifted. Nose is on this, right? Yeah, I mean... Even now, actually, I wonder how many people are like, hey, what the fuck? He's drawing furry stuff? Lamau? But I'm looking at the numbers, it doesn't really feel like anything's really changed. I'm sure part of it is just because stylization-wise, it's still pretty much just anime. Nothing really changed too much. Ah, interesting show. Fair enough. I'm kind of stuck on this because I think gotta do the TH sound. Yeah, the original is like this is the problem with thick lines, right? And the reason why sketching is so easy to do compared to clean line art is that it's thick, so it implies a form with the inner and the outer edge. But then when you're cleaning up, you're doing like a thin line, and then all of a sudden it feels very different. Because this shape might not represent everything that the previous thing was representing. And also proportionally against like some other lines and this and that might feel a bit different, but it's always kind of annoying like that for me. But yeah, it is what it is. It is. Oh, it is. Did I get my bogos binted today? I'd say today is a good binting, I suppose. Not bad. Yeah, it's so it's interesting, right? Like, because furries are known for some really weird shit, and by extension, that means people just don't like stuff as like being associated with it at all. That's at least how I see it. Because as ironic as it sounds, I kind of have the same thoughts sometimes. I'd be like, oh yeah, this guy's into some weird shit. Or something. Wait, hang on. This, But yeah, anyways, obviously not everyone's the same, right? And I think another big part is just that the stylization truly is quite different. A lot of people are quite turned off by like the very, especially the Western style, is very... They try to go for realism. Well, not necessarily. Okay, let me take that back. The stylization is a little bit more realistic compared to like the Eastern style, which is what this is. At least that's what I would like to think this is. Actually, that's like a whole debate. My god, yeah, that's like a whole debate as to like what constitutes furry and what doesn't. And once again, I find myself in the middle of like the spectrum again. So it's kind of hard for me. What the hell is this line here doing? Why did I put this line here? I don't remember drawing that line. That's kind of crazy. Autopilot. This part is also kind of tricky. Shit. Sorry, I got distracted. Hang on. Yeah, where would that start, right? This, like, the furry patterns, like, actually forces you to think about the form quite a bit, because you need to know where it ends and starts. On the body. So right now I need to figure out where this torso is going, because I think it's not very accurate right now, but maybe like this, kind of? Right, because the chest is all the way over here, so it needs to stretch into here. So I think it's more like this. And then I'm going to cut this part. I'm going to join it a little bit more smoothly. I say as I make like a thing, but like that's the beauty of this stylization. We can just simplify it that way. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I think for me, maybe it's like furry is like one of those first things that I've seen like crazy shit in. So therefore, it's it always feels like the crazy fandom for me, even though like we have all the other ones now, you know. None comes to mind necessarily. I don't know like if there's anything crazy I've heard recently, but it's definitely crazier stuff now. But yeah, also true that every fandom has those people. Very true. So true. My friends always like, so true. So true. My Hero fans? Really? I have not heard anything. I'm not, I guess, exposed. What, like shipping? Are people like feuding over ships again? Shipping is great. My hit cannon versus yours. Very cool. Dang. I'll know I've made it as a creator if someone starts feuding over my characters. That would be so cool. I will watch that. I will watch that at PortCon. I'll not support either side. Maybe I'll drop hints. When one side loses momentum, I'll drop some hints that supports their thesis, and then they will start again. Yeah, okay, that's great. My god. I wonder what my alignment is. My god. Definitely chaotic something. I like chaos. Great. Ooh. Also, okay, let me think. So the previous thing decided that I'm going to use a constant width line, which would be this guy, I believe, for my seams, which I'm going to do it this way. Oh wait, we're not done with the lines here either. It's alright, Show. You don't have to if you don't want to explain the whole thing, or like even like type such a long message, you can always just say that I'm not too sure either. Like these drama gets like so insane, right? Like that's like what Mujin, who makes like hour-long videos on these dramas all the time. It's kind of insane like how much crazy shit goes down. But more popcorn for me, I guess. Very cool. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Did he? I have no idea. I don't like watching. I only watch those videos when something that I personally know comes out, like the Niji Sanji stuff. But otherwise, like 1.5 hours of like people being like crazy is just too much for me. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like 1.5 hour long videos, like video essay of a breakdown of how this other person just freaking went insane or something sometimes. You know? It's like, yeah, okay, no thanks. I have my own insanity to deal with. I don't even know who that is. Like, I've never even heard that name before. The world is so big. Oh my god. I just keep hearing, oh my god, stupid voices in my head. Hey, Maple Story is great. It reached normal audience. Wow. Okay, that's one thing that I don't wish have happened to me for sure. Like, it is a sign of being like a famous creator, you know, like having your drama reach audiences that you haven't even, that doesn't even know who you are. But that's not a good thing, for sure. That I do not wish for. Pretty cool. We're kind of getting there. Oh my god. Oh shit, look at the time. The not getting good rest situation is kind of reaching critical mass where it's becoming impossible to recover from. So doing extended time is actually pretty detrimental at this point. Big streamer cheated on his girlfriend with multiple girls, now it turned into him being a predator by the side girl. They did that cause he didn't get with them. Oh, like the girl started spreading rumors that he's a predator or something? Yeah. It's yeah. I feel like human relationships always pain in the ass, like absolute pain in the ass. In any regard, like there's always stuff that you have to account for and think about. And it's just so much work, like holy shit. Imagine if imagine human societies, like human sort of civilization progress, if people just start feuding with each other for stupid things. We would actually have like actual real flying cars, not the experimental prototype. I guess we do have the flying cars, but like, you know, not great, you know, not great for efficiency at all. It sucks, dude. And I'm just looking at all these drama, and I'm glad that I'm not in any of them. I hear so much about it from my friends as well in VR chat. There's this girl that I meet like once in a while in the past. Anyways, nowadays I don't know what she's doing, but like where every time I meet her, she would have new drama and stories for me to hear. It's just kind of crazy. Every time, it's like who and so got together, and then so and so broke up. I'm like, what? Holy shit, dude! You guys are living the time of your life. That sounds so interesting. It is kind of interesting though. And then of course, because I'm very analytical, I start thinking about like, hey, why is this happening? You know, hey, whose fault is this? Obviously, it's always both sides' fault. There's always a bunch of hidden assumptions and this and that, and then people never talk it out, and then like fucking go nuclear on each other because they expect each other to read their minds, which is like but yeah, anyways, great stuff. Human relations, man. Very difficult. Hello, Deving again. So he cheated, that's a very cheating matter. Sorry, accusing him that didn't get him. Also, his girlfriend didn't break out with him after all that. I mean, like, it's... Sounds fun. Sounds like they're enjoying life. Holy shit, dude. I wish I can go. I would like to go my entire life without ever understanding what's happening. Or not, maybe not understanding. I guess I do kind of understand why it's happening, but like, yeah, definitely none of that for my life, please. Thank you very much. Miss me with that shit. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, maybe some other time show. It's if I remember. There's a good chance I don't remember. I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm gonna look at it later, and then I never look at it. I'm just gonna let you know now. There's probably a good chance I'm not gonna look at it because I'm too lazy to remember and look it up. But yes, thank you, regardless. It's the wrong brush. My god. They are in the same position. Yeah, pain, yes. Chaos. Chaos ensues. Checking. Mostly clear. Nothing in particular. Oh, right. I wonder how the seams will work if we actually make the plushie. Like it would. There should be seams here actually. The outer one will likely be one piece of fabric. The inside would definitely have to split. And then the legs themselves will probably have a seam that goes down the center. I think along with the arms too likely, but might get too noisy. Continuing here is an option. But that means the split is this way. I suppose it is fine too, but I think this is more natural. It's all good show. That is what the chat is for. It is thanks to you guys who like to yap, you know, that there's any life in the stream at all. Right? Otherwise it's very dead and very dry, of course. Oh yeah, the arms will also have a seam here actually. It gets too noisy though, it's kind of hard to see. So just be selective about it. I think if it's not necessary, I'm not gonna put it in. We already have enough things going on. There will also be one around the paws, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Depending on how, yeah, how good people are. From what I've seen, it would be easier to just separate the piece out. Let me reevaluate this. Sorry, I don't need this. Oh, right, I was talking about the stylization that I never actually talked about in the end, but in the past I was trying to figure out like a couple of different specific styles and stylization ideas. And the idea is to use each one for a different purpose. So they're labeled like 0 and 1 and 2 and so on and so forth. We have established some of them, like this one is established, right? So the idea of using a singular interesting looking marker that not only has a texture, that has a brush tip, has a texture, has an outline, and then it has this ability to overlap with itself. So one brush is very powerful. It's all about the brush strokes and controlling the brush. And if you can use it, it's very quick, very efficient. And you can still make pretty interesting black and white pieces. So 1A and 1B, the difference is that 1A is rougher, 1B is cleaner. That's the only difference, but the brush is the same. 0 was the original default setting, so this is just whatever that comes to mind. Kind of like what we're doing now, except this one is a little bit more hands-on towards something that is a little bit cleaner, which falls under 2. So strictly speaking, this would be under 2A classification here. We did have something from before, right? But these ones, as you can see, is very boring. Like lines are flat and this and that. It was a conscious effort back then as well. But yeah, ideally we want something that is a little bit more interesting than what this is. But of course, that's also the restriction of the material that we're trying to portray, the ideas and those things. So it is not quite the same, but it's, yeah, it falls under this category. 2B is the same thing but slightly more complicated with more refined shadows and this and that. I don't think we'll ever do this. 2B will likely be merged with something that is a more painterly, I think, style, which I think would just be 0. I think 0 was meant to be the default painterly style thing. So this is what we're working on with like stuff like the painting. We're trying to be as natural and as smooth and as sort of just don't think about it too hard as possible and see what comes out. So this will fall under 0. And then this one is where we think a little bit more and try to keep things clean. This will fall under 2. Over here. And this is, once again, this is already established. This is stabilized, kind of. We haven't done this in a while, but it is quite simple in concept. So it's just about painting more and refining the flow of it. But otherwise, this is that's what this document was for, but I haven't updated this in a long time. So it's a little bit outdated. But we do have these things. Actually, I do want to update this. Dang it, dude. Planning sequence, right? We haven't done planning ideas, rendering ideas, color practice. Color practice, I think strictly speaking would be rendering. I think it's more of a process thing. I guess free exploration, I guess. Yeah, sure, I'll put it under here. I'm just going to do a quick grabby grab here. And then one day I'm gonna come back and write the notes. I'll probably not do it tonight, it's getting kind of late. I'll render this tomorrow. The rendering should be very fast, actually. It is meant to be flat colors anyways. Black colors. The one thing that I still feel like we should do is add some kind of blue color it is very red most of the time. There is no counter to the warm colors. But yeah, anyways. It's kind of embarrassing because I do think that I might be interrupting your work by yapping. How do I say this? I'm gonna be honest, right? It does affect the workflow. It does make me focus on the thinking, on the talking instead of the drawing. But that's fine too. That I'm always aware of this trade-off, right? Mentioned this before, right? Streams. The downside is that you tend to have people come in and chat to you if like all you want to do is work. But I've learned a lot from talking to you guys, even if it's not necessarily art related, right? It sometimes prompts thinking about art stuff, even if you're not talking about art related things. So it is just a trade-off. And also, if I weren't on stream, I wouldn't be drawing anyway, so it's all good. Feel free to talk as much as you want. This thing, maybe one more here. Oh my god, so interesting. Oh my god. Wow. Oh right, I wanted to double check the scars sequence here. Maybe I do want a border effect. I do kind of want the border effect. Without the border effect, the impact is a bit lower. With a multiply, it should be multiplied with a border effect. And the blushing as well. We could also, yeah, the square-ish shapes. I don't know how I feel about it. It's more interesting than circles, but I think this might be one of the cases where we just want a circle. Anyways, I'll figure it out. I'm sure. Wait, hang on. What do I think about the line? Okay, I can do this forever. As long as I'm locked in, I can just kind of do this forever. But it's definitely better than the clean one that we had before. Why am I comparing with this low resolution? I have the high res here. It's just too clean. It feels too clean. I want it to be a little bit fuzzy. This feels a little bit fuzzy. I think it could be even fuzzier, potentially. But once the noise and some of the other stuff comes in, it might be enough. Doing too much now might make it a little bit too overwhelming later. It's hard to know the balance. This thing is not in the right direction. It should be going this way. It should be orthogonal to the direction that it's going in. I should redo this. This one could go up a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah. Good stuff. I will hop off here and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe this should have been going this way, I think. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. Oh yeah, no, it's fine. It's 100% fine. I can't do this in... I could do this in real life, I suppose, but it's just always really awkward because there's eye contact and this and that, and you're always never really in the have a right time for it. But now here we're sitting down, right? We're talking, we're just chatting while we're working. It's no different from like just playing games and chatting. You know, the work itself is not very intensive, at least for now, for these guys. It's fine. Anyways, don't worry about it. If I can't take it, I'll just I'll mention it. I don't know if you were here before when I muted and then timed people out. Sorry, something went flying. But I have done that before, so it's fine. It's fine. Just keep doing it, and then when I hate it, I'll time you out. That's all it is. Great. Anyways, yeah, no, that's perfectly understandable. Perfectly understandable indeed. Have a good night, show. I forgot what time zone you're in, but have a good night. I think it is late for you too, I think, right? Anyways, I don't know, but maybe it's not. Have a good day, have a good night. Thanks for coming, thanks for chatting. I will see you tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Thursday, right. Very cool. Noon? Okay. Have a good noon. Oh, noon. Is it time for goon? No, it's wait, what? Anyways, goodbye.